Holy golly wow, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to sit down and do this like I did with the last show. It's just one post concert depression is like a real thing. Because you're at like this ultimate high and then you just like so you relive it with all the videos and stuff, and but it's just hard for me to talk about, so until I'm out of that funk. So I'm a little bit out of the funk now, so now we can talk about how amazing the Encore performance in LA was with Twice. Oh my goodness, it was incredible, totally worth the insane drive I did. I mean, I guess it wasn't too insane. I shouldn't argue, or I shouldn't complain. So, I guess we could just start with the beginning of my story time. Crazy stuff happened. It was a harrowing journey. I'm working on editing down some clips from like the concert and my vlogging. I'm not too great at vlogging, I'll be honest. For day one, I think I did a lot of getting ready vlogging. But I didn't really vlog around me too much, except for when I met a certain someone, which y'all, the love you guys gave me on my last video, holy god, oh my goodness, thank you so much. That was crazy, just checking like my YouTube every day and seeing like all these bells of people like commenting and being so happy. Like, thank you for sharing and like my excitement and my happiness, and you know, the girls I was with, that was amazing. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's try to make this an organized video real quick. Sorry the lighting is weird, it's daytime, but I have a bunch of lights on to try to make the lighting a little bit better, but it's not perfect, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I got off work, I worked starting at like 7:30, worked all day, got off work, came home, finished packing, showered, got into comfy clothes, drove, some fast food, and some caffeine so I could stay awake. I made myself like a bunch of caffeinated beverages. Like I made myself a matcha latte. I made myself some jasmine green tea. I'm a liquids person, so I love, you know, drinks and things, which isn't the greatest when you're driving 7 hours to go to LA, but I did it. So I drove, I only stopped, I think 2 times. I stopped once in Livermore and once in like Lost Hills, I think is what it was called. It's literally just a gas station and like a restaurant stop. Made it to my cousin's place. She was so nice and let me stay with her, so I wouldn't have to pay for a crazy hotel because prices were a mess. They're so expensive. And I was in downtown, so I was pretty close to the venue, thankfully. And so I slept, woke up, we hung out, you know, had our cousin time, and then we went to brunch. And while we were at brunch, so I saw people, as I was at brunch, I saw these people walking by and they're wearing the Tokyo merch. And I love the Tokyo merch. For some reason, the merch overseas just hits harder than the merch in America. Like the Twice concert where they had the white t-shirt and Chang had drawn all of their faces on it. I want that so bad. Like, why can't we have that kind of merch? Like, that's what I want. Anyway, so, and also like the shiny gold, like, oh, it's so pretty. So I saw people and I almost stood up and chased after them, but they were getting into like a taxi or something. Like, I couldn't catch them. So I was telling my cousin, like, oh, I really want that merch. And that plays into why something happened later. So that was really cool. So, we went back, I got changed into like my Twice outfit. I went and got batteries at a convenience store and some water bottles because it was so hot. So, and the rule for every venue I've ever been to is if you have unopened water, you can bring it in. This one had a 20 ounce limit, but they were really nice and they let me bring in my like 30 ounce smart waters. I brought 2 of them each day, and they were super nice, and they're just like, it's so hot out. Like, one guy on the second day was trying to not let me in with them, the security guy, and this girl's like, oh, look how cute she is, and then they're like, oh, we gotta dump these, and she's like, no, you don't, it's so hot out, like, that's ridiculous. Like, she's like, do you know how much that water probably cost? And I was like, thank you, ma'am. This is so nice of her. She was just, you know, everyone who came through, she was hyping them up, saying they look so pretty, and I was just like, I'm here for that energy, it's so nice. And so on day one, anyway, so day one, back to day one. I went and like I vlogged a little bit, got some clips of the inside the venue. There was a bar, so I did indulge in line. There were no prices listed anywhere or menus or anything, so I just asked them to make me something sweet, and a little bit carbonated maybe, because I just wanted something in case my stomach started acting up from the nerves. And so they made me, and I heard him say like 780, and I was like, oh, 780? Like I may as well get two. And then he's like, no, 1780. And I was like, it was for a tiny little cup. Ridiculous, LA. Please get it together. Okay, so then I went around, like I was walking around the venue, went in line into the merch line, and I did get a hoodie. I wasn't planning on getting any merch. I wanted the pink long sleeve, but they didn't have any more. They all sold out. I was gonna ask them to take it down for me, but since it was day one, I was like, no, I'll just try for day two. Like I'll just go see if they have more. Than like I don't want to steal that. Plus I didn't want to spend that much money, but I did end up getting the gray hoodie with the pink on it. And I feel like it's better quality than the black hoodie I got. I'm gonna be totally honest. Like the quality was a little bit better. I was thinking about getting the white t-shirt, but I'm so messy, like, and I didn't want to risk like spending that much money on something that I could ruin like that. And then I went to my seat and I met people. And they were so nice. And I didn't catch I forgot the other girl's name, and I feel so bad about it, but Joey was sitting next to me, and then her sister was sitting next to her, and they're like, oh, are you alone? I was like, yeah, da-da-da. We got to know each other. We talked about, like, our biases and all that stuff, where they were from, and they're just so nice for talking to me, and I'm, like, just so grateful that I got to sit next to really nice people, and, yeah, it was just great, getting to know everybody, and it was so exciting because then this crazy thing happened. Oh my gosh. Okay. I was about to get a picture. I was like, oh, you take a picture of me in front of the stage, or like with the stage behind me? And they're like, sure. And then we took the picture, and then we're like, oh, let's go down lower so that the picture can be a little bit better. Like, so it looks a little off. So we're about to go down, and I see a woman walking down the stairs, two women walking down the stairs with the Tokyo merch on. And I'm like thinking, okay, someone's either like gotta be selling knockoffs, or like maybe they went to the Tokyo, but I want to ask if there's knockoffs. So I was like, excuse me, ma'am. And she turned and stopped. The other person kept walking a little bit further down. She stopped and looked at me, and I was like, where did you get your shirt from? And she had an accent, and she's like, oh, I'm from Tokyo, or she said Tokyo, something. So I was like, oh, I'm so, like, I wanted to go to that. And then me being the dummy, sorry, that's something in my, so me being me, I lived in Japan for 3 years, and I'm always looking for an excuse to make friends that like the same things and lived at the same place that I did. So I was like, let me flex my Japanese and see, because she had an accent. So I was like, oh, maybe like, I don't know. I like making people feel comfortable and letting them know, like, I don't know. English is hard. So I was like, oh, genki desu ka? I don't know why. And then I was just like, because I was like, what did I say? I said, genki desu ka? And I was like, skoshi nihongo, because I said it, I know I say it bad, but I can do a better accent later, but I'm shy. But it's skoshi nihongo means like I speak a little Japanese. It's terrible, I know. My Japanese is so rusty, don't come at me. But I was like, oh, skoshi nihongo. And then she's like, and then she started walking, and then she turned back, but I started sitting down because I didn't want her to feel like I was following her. And then, what's it called? She said to the girls next to me, like, I'm Mina's mom. And they looked at me, and I just looked at them like, what? Because I couldn't hear what she said. And they're like, did you hear that? Did you hear that? And then, because then they started walking again. And I was like, no, what? She's like, you just talked to Mina's mom. She said, I'm Mina's mom. I was like, no. I started losing my mind. I was like, I have to get this on film so everyone believes me, because like I just met these girls. There's no reason for them to lie for me. But I was just like, I can't believe it. I spoke terrible Japanese I wanted to bow down to this woman. So, but then like, she was going down, so I was like, oh, maybe she's sitting there. I wonder if it would be appropriate for me to ask for a picture. But then I was like, no, I don't want to like people to mob her, because like saying you're Mina's mom in a stadium full of people who are in love with Twice is a little dangerous, Mina's mom. You need to be careful. So then she was walking back up, and the sister got a picture of her when she was walking back up because they were in the wrong section. And then I got a video of them as they were walking by because they'd already told me, like, she said that's Mina's mom. And I was like, it was so crazy. And so I got a quick video. I'll post it. I'll insert it here somewhere. Going up, and then I was like, can you please tell? Like, I told them, like, please tell me, like, what just happened. And so we got it on film, and it was great. So it was just crazy. I was so happy. I wish I could just bow down to her and been like, thank you so much for being such a, like, the creator of such a masterpiece of a person. And like, oh, and she was just such a proud mom wearing the merch, and she just looked so cute, and like, I mean, as well, like, she was so proud. Oh, it's so sweet. And what's crazy too is I feel like, I don't know, I might be greedy, but I feel like I was sitting next to Chang's mom and grandma, but I'm not 100% sure. But that she looked just like Chang's mom, because when they were saying, oh, my family's here too, I was like, there's no way. And then like they kind of like, they looked at each other like, aw, and then we kind of looked at them, and then they're like, so I don't know, it might have been, it might not have been. I have like a quick clip of them somewhere, but I don't know. I mean, we freaked out about Mina's mom, so I highly doubt they would have been like, yeah, that's us, because we were losing our minds. But like, yeah, everyone's like, you should have chased after her and, like, you know, got a picture, or you should have gotten it on film. And I'm not the type of person to shove a camera in someone's face, especially someone I admire, or the parent of someone I admire. She was already so kind in telling us that, you know, she was related to Mina, and I didn't want to like chase her down and do like shove a camera in her face and like ruin that opportunity. Like, I think I would, if I were her, I would just want to enjoy my daughter's show. Especially because like their contracts are ending soon, and I'm hoping they re-sign, but like, you never know. So it could have been hypothetically her daughter's last show. So I was like not about to, like, one, out her to the entire stadium, and two, I wasn't about to be like, you know, a crazy fan stalking her throughout the entire stadium. Like, that's just not who I am. And I don't know, celebrities are people too, parents of celebrities are people too. And that, like, I that's the only time I actually freaked out about meeting a celebrity. Like, every other time I meet a celebrity, I'm just like, ah, cool, whatever. But it was just wild. It was wild, guys. And I hope you all have the same luck that I did one day. Talk to people. I usually don't go out of my way to talk to people. This was a huge, like, new experience for me. And like, I thank YouTube and I thank you guys for like being so nice to me and allowing me to like become a little bit more confident. And I credit you guys so much for me being able to be like, excuse me, stranger, about, you know, all that stuff. And shout out to Joey and Joey's sister for sending me the picture of Mina's mom that they took. Oh my god. What happened?
She just talked to Mina's mom.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just talked to Mina's mom, and I said, "Give me Deska," like an idiot. I just said, I was trying to speak. What?
But that was just another great part of the concert, is getting to know people and like getting to share all our different vantage points in our fan cams. And I'm just like forever grateful for like the opportunity and being able to share that experience with the people next to me who were like just equally excited and happy. And it's just like, it was once in a lifetime. It was 1 in a million. Like, I cannot believe that we got to do that. Sorry, I'm still gushing about this. It's taking so long, but I just could not. My cheeks hurt from smiling so much, even still, just like, I hope I remember that for the rest of my life. And that's part of why I'm doing YouTube, I guess, too, is so that I can have these memories cemented in place. And it's just, it all happened so fast too. So it was surreal, to say the least. Oh my gosh. So the show was so great. I was excited because I saw that they had new outfits for the Tokyo tour, or for the Tokyo Encore. And so I was like, oh my gosh, we might be getting new outfits. And I was just so pumped. And we did. We got the white puffy outfits instead of the plaid and instead of the red. So I saw the plaid in Oakland, and then they had the red in Tokyo, and now they had the white for their Encore in LA. And I thought that was so nice, especially since it was like really hot. I was happy they got to wear like a light color so it wasn't gonna attract so much sunlight and be too dark for them. Yeah, and it was so it was just so pretty. I love their new costumes, and I felt like the vibes were so much better this time around compared to the Oakland performance. Everyone seemed a lot more happy, except for Chewie was still a little bit more reserved, but I mean, that's just her personality. But Jen Young was much healthier. She didn't hurt herself, because I remember in the Oakland show, she was holding her neck and crying after I Can't Stop Me, and was holding Mina's hand, and she was having a really hard time. And I was just so happy to see her having fun with the members, playing around. I can't remember if it was day one or day one. She like tried to kiss like the members, and Momo came in to like kiss her, and she like, gave a face. I'll see if I can find the clip, and I'll insert it if I find it.
Thank you.
And then day two, I think, is when Jen Young threw water at Jihyo and got it in her mic, and she was so mad. She was trying to like save it, but the sound was funny, and she was like upset. And then Jen Young did something else. I think she threw water again. Day one she threw water too, but day two is when it got like in the mic, and Jihyo went up and like smacked her, and Nayeon looked like she was about to kill Jihyo. She was like, because she's so protective of Jen Young. So it was pretty funny, but also like I was like, oh no, like I don't like tension, because I was very aware that Nayeon was like, are you serious right now? Do you want to die? They kept doing that too. Like they're just like, that was cute. They're so fun. The visuals were just on point. I love Jihyo's haircut. She had it straight the first day with like all these sparkles in it, and it was just so pretty. I loved that look for her. And it just like, it fits her very well, her body type and her like face shape and everything too. And I got to see Mina's hair down and it up, and Jen Young with her high pony. She was having so much fun with her high pony.
Apparently during our part, my part, people kept calling 정연's name.
그래서 오늘 살짝 컸어요.
So I loved today.
아니었나요?
정연, you must really like this song.
근데 특히 나연 파트가 이게 필이 와요.
It's because I really like Nayeon's part.
다들 보셨나요?
Did you guys all see her?
정연 씨, 한 번 더 해줄 수 있어요?
정연, can you do it again?
원스랑 같이 불러줄게요.
Let's sing it together with one.
오케이. 와, 원스 같이 불러줘야 돼요.
Once you have to sing along with her.
I'm about it. Say what
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. You're the one that I want, and I feel so deep like I'm in a dream that I don't want to wake up.
She must have really got the vibes. Is there any other member that wants to do it? I feel like Taeyeon would be really good at this. It's Taeyeon's specialty.
그리고 아마 원수들한테 생일 축하를 받아가지고 평소보다 더 흥이 엄청 날 거예요.
Also, since Taeyeon got happy birthday from Wonsu, she's probably even more excited.
보답해 주세요. 보답해 주세요. 언니 저한테도 그랬어요. 저 귓속말로 언니 나 좀 시켜줘. 계속 이랬어요.
Taeyeon whispered in my ear to ask her to do it.
원수 같이 불러줘야 돼요.
Once you have to sing along.
So I'm not neck. I'm here. 입을 안 돌리고 엉덩이 돌리겠대요.
She is not going to
너무
turn her neck,
기대된다.
but she's going to turn her hips.
근데 제가 보기에는 진짜 누나 잘해요. 오케이, 미나, let's go. You're the one that I want.
What would we have done if we didn't ask her to do it?
미나도 저한테 아까 시켜달라고 했어.
Mina actually asked me to ask her to do it.
담배를 추면서 머리에 단 리본까지 완벽하지 않았어요?
Even the ribbon in her hair is perfect.
그거 알아요, 여러분?
Do you guys know though?
자, 우리 이제 자리를 한번 서볼까요?
Should we get back to our positions?
이게 제가 시키고 싶은 거 아닌데 모모가 잠깐 밑에 내려가서 춤 연습을 하고
Momo actually went down and practiced the dance.
내려가서까지 백스테이지까지 가가지고 춤 연습을 하고 지금 방금 올라왔는데
She even went backstage to practice the dance and came back down.
아니지 혼자였죠?
No, you have to do it by yourself.
너가 마지막이야 이제
You're the last one.
1, 2, 3, 4 You the one that I want.
That was a really good choreography. Wait, if you dance that well, what happens to me? Hold on, you were the best. You're first place.
너못 이겨 아무도.
No one can beat you.
Because Momo, the floor cleaning. Thank you. Thank you. 언제쯤 있었어?
There was some dust there.
Thank you.
채원 씨 벌써 공연 세 번째 파트까지 왔어요.
Yeah, I think that's all for day one. Also, welcome to all the new subscribers. Oh my goodness, I forgot. I am just blown away. Because of you guys, I'm like one step closer to be able to monetize these videos, which I like honestly never even thought was possible. I did not think I was gonna get 100 subscribers anywhere close to that. Like once I got to 70, I was like, there's no way. Because I don't really have any friends or like family like I have not told my family that I have a YouTube. I've not like advertised to my friends that I have a YouTube except for like 2. So all of you are just complete strangers to me for the most part, unless you're people that I met at the concert, in which case, hi, I miss you. But I'm just like, I really am just so grateful that like we're building such a nice community here and that we're all able to talk in the comments. And I try really hard to like comment back to everybody. Sometimes I run out of things to say, so if it's just like a one-word response, like I'm not gonna be able to respond to that except for say thank you. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone being so positive and loving, especially in my freak out video from when I met Mina's mom. That it's up to 30,000 views right now, and I'm just like, I can't believe that many people have seen my face. It's a little scary, but like, wow. Like I am just overwhelmed with like gratitude to everyone who is just so excited for me. And I genuinely hope that like you guys have the same good luck as I had. I hope that you're able to see twice one day. And like there was still, also a side note, there was still barking happening. I was not around any guys this time for day one. I was only around girls, which was just like, the vibes were on. Oh, I forgot. Joey and her sister. They knew all the words, all the choreographies. We were able to dance together. It was such a good time. I was just so excited that like people around me were matching my energy. Like I was so nervous that no one was going to be having fun but me, and I was going to look like the crazy lady alone. But it was just amazing. And like just getting to vibe together and sing together to all the Twice songs was just so like incredible. And I was just trains of thought, and I'm so sorry it's disjointed, but it was just an amazing experience. The barking was still a thing, but I strictly did not bark. I said doo-boo, 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 instead of woof, 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 because I don't like barking at girls. It just it weirds me out, personally. Still weirds me out, even though now they accept it and they understand that it's just like a weird American thing people do, but personally I still don't like it. So if you hear any of my fan videos me going do it, I'm sorry, it's annoying, I know, but I just could not be like woof, 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 woof. Not for me. Overall, less creepy than last time because there were a lot more girls there than guys this time, whereas in Oakland there was a lot more guys than girls, which was really interesting, seeing the juxtaposition between the two and how different it was from LA to Oakland. Fascinating. The vibes were just like top tier, like up here. Okay, I'm rambling now. Let me know below like what your questions were. I can do a Q&A about the concert next time or anything like that. I hope I answered your Mina, what happened with Mina's mom question fully. I'll upload another video of like the full freak out because I have a couple other videos that like we took during that time, so I'll post that one more time. But I don't want to like make it too repetitive because like it already got a lot of views, so I'm not trying to like keep posting the same thing over and over again. So day 2. Okay, so day 2, I was exhausted from day 1 because it's just so much. So I got up, went back to sleep because I was still so tired. I was planning on like taking myself out to lunch and all this stuff, and I was like, you know, sleep is probably more important right now. Sorry, Luna just decided to come and snuggle. So she's right here, if you see her little ear. So I decided, you know, sleep is probably more important because I want to be well rested. I want to be energized. I want to be ready for Twice. So I slept. I also wanted to save money. So I just ate at my cousin's. We got some pizza, from the store. And yeah, so got ready. Got my outfit together. My inspiration for my day 1 outfit was Feel Special, even though it was like to a T. I just wore jeans, and then I wore the pink star crop top. And then my day 2 inspiration was Yes or Yes, and I found Chaeyoung's fringe dress, or the skirt she wore, like the fringe skirt, on Amazon of all places. And then I found a harness, a leather harness, because they do that in Better, and she was wearing one for not Feel Special, for Better, and she was wearing one for Yes or Yes. And I love Better. I was gonna do a Better look, but it was so hot I didn't want to wear my cargo pants that I had gotten, so I actually returned them, just because they also, like, I don't need surplus clothes in my closet that I'm not gonna be wearing. Anyway, so I wore the Yes or Yes inspired outfit. So day 2, I went, I like slept, got ready, went, brought waters again. And when I was there, I went the wrong way initially to get my, to get to the floor, because there's the 2 entrances. There's a floor side entrance, and then there's the upper level entrance. So I went to the upper level by accident, so I had to go back to do the floor. And when you go get your floor access, you get a nice little bracelet that says floor access, and they not zip tie it, but like they put a little thing on with spikes in it, so you can't loosen it. I kept tightening it because I kept psychologically thinking like, oh, it's gonna get looser. So I put it on really tight, so I couldn't just slip it off, so I had to cut it off, which is a bummer. But I got this little bracelet. They put it on you and they tie it, and then you're stuck with it so it can't come off and you can't transfer it to people, which is like smart, but whatever. So while I was looking for my floor access place, I saw people handing things out, and I was like, oh, let me go see, like maybe they're selling merch, whatever. And they were handing out freebies. I did not know at concerts, at K-pop concerts, people just bring merchy freebie things to hand out. So they got Namo merch things. Look how cute that is. And then it's double-sided. It got a little sticky because like the concert, I didn't bring a bag, so because I didn't know there'd be freebies. But oh my gosh, isn't it so cute? So they gave me this, and then they gave me this totally for free. They gave me cute little stickers. So look how adorable they are. I think I'm gonna put one on my phone case because they're just so adorable. I just love them so much. It's so cute. It's called Peachy Rabbit Namo. It might be their I don't know. Yeah, copyright at Peachy Rabbit _ Namo. So thank you so much at Namo. Peachy Rabbit Namo. Thanks for the merch. I'll check you out. Oh, it got really sticky. I'm gonna have to clean it. Anyway, yeah, so there we go. So there's that. And then I got more merch with the people that I met. We were like, oh, I showed them what I got, and they're like, oh, well, maybe other people are doing it. So they checked Twitter, because I'm not on Twitter, and we found people were like giving freebies. So we just went for a little walk, and this person was handing out these cool freebies. It's a card. It says once plus twice equals the I. And it says Fourth World Tour, Encore twice, and then it has all their names on it and their cute little picture on the bottom. And then it has the picture of them all on the top, which is so cute. And then another person, I feel like they gave me something else with this. Oh, I traded it. They also gave me a photo card of the More and More, actually, or sorry, no, Eyes Wide Open. But I actually have the poster of it on my wall, and I traded it with somebody for this. So I shared, they only had 3 left, and there's 4 of us. I made 4 friends. One of them from YouTube. Hi, I know if you're watching, I miss you. It was great meeting you. But yeah, so I traded one of the other girls. I was like, you can have it, you can have it. And then she's like, you love Chaeyoung, and so because I love Mina and Chaeyoung, so she let me have the last one, and then I gave her the Eyes Wide Open card that I had from the other person, just because I felt bad just taking it. So I have this cute little Chaeyoung fan card thing that this girl was handing out, and she was also dressed like their hello outfits, and it was just so cute. She was so sweet. But yeah, so if I ever go to a K-pop concert again, I know to go early. And what one of the girls was saying, she's like, oh my gosh, this is like trick-or-treating for adults. And I could not agree with that more. That's exactly what it was. We were going all around the venue trying to find people handing out things. Like one person, I wish we would have gotten there sooner, because they were handing out Twice Pokemon cards. Like, what the heck? Like, this is so cool. So that's one thing I will say, like, if you're gonna go to one of these concerts, hang out, like, get there early so you can walk around and 1, meet people, and 2, people are giving out freebies, and that's so cool. These people with these freebies, they didn't have an Instagram or anything attached to these, so I can't at them, but thank you so much for, you know, being so generous and with your time and with your resources that you were able to give your once family all of this stuff. So when I got there, actually after I got I skipped around a little bit, sorry. So after I got in and I got this, I went to my seat to, like, you know, see where I was. That way, you know, usually I just sit and I, like, chill. Someone was in my seat, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, like, I think you're in my seat. And she was like, oh, so sorry, and she moved. And then I was like, are you here by yourself? And she's like, yeah, sorry, my seat's, like, way over there in the sun. I just wanted to sit in this shade. Not a problem. I asked her if she had gotten a picture by the stage yet. She said no. Or I think she hadn't yet. So I was like, do you want to do it for each other since we're both here by ourselves? And she was like, sure. So I was like, you know, taking pictures, hyping her up, whatever. And then we got to talking. She was so sweet, really, really nice. And then another girl came up and she's like, would you mind taking my picture? I was like, absolutely, no problem. Took her pictures, and then we're like, are you here alone? She said, yeah. And we're like, we're all here alone. Like, let's just, you know, make a little group. So, you know, I was like banding together all of the single girls, just being like, let's hang out. I was so surprised how many people went by themselves. I thought I was going to be like one of the only people there without a friend or without someone to like be in this with me. And like, there were so many people who were there by themselves. And then I met a YouTube friend who found my channel and had commented. And then I linked my, my contact info on one of my videos that she had commented on, and she messaged me and was like, oh, like, do you want to meet up, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, like, you know, and so we met up on the floor and I took pictures for her, and it was a great time, and we follow each other on Instagram now, and it's great. Like, I was so happy. So us the group of 4 of us were like, do you want to go look for freebies and stuff? So we went and walked around and found some freebies together. and it was just such a fun time getting to know them and talking with them. Actually, I have some clips that I will include here of us walking around together, and it was just thank you for the freebies. How much is my nails? we have collected fans who are also here by themselves. Literally like trick-or-treating. Yeah, literally, you were right. I told you so. I love it. And that was like a really good time, just like trick-or-treating for once and twice stuff. It was great. And then going back to my seat. So when I was sitting at my seat, these guys came and sat down, and they were bigger gentlemen. They were quite muscular. And they sat down, and one of them was like spilled over because the seats are so small. One, like, come on, like they were zip tied together so tight, which I get, you don't want them to like move around, but like so tight together, like it's, if anyone's not as small as me, they're not gonna fit in those chairs. So he like was spilling over onto me a little bit, and like, you know, our legs were touching, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay, I get it. And then he like stood up and was just like planning on standing is what it looked like. And then I was like, hey, like, is it okay if I leave my stuff on my seat? Like, would you guys mind watching it for me? Because it was like my light stick and then some of the freebies I had found, and I was gonna go look for some more freebies with the girls. And I was like, you know, you can sit and I'll like, you know, I'll go walk around or whatever. And they were fine with that. And they were so nice. So when I came back, they're like, we were worried about you, like you did, because I was cutting it a little close to the beginning. Like, where were you? I was like, oh, I was trying to find freebies, but like we didn't find anything, but I got my steps in at least, you know. And they like were just so fun. They were from Virginia, I think. I'm bad at names and I'm bad at locations, but they're from out of state, and they'd flown in. And there was a group of 3 or 4 of them, I believe. I only talked to 2 of them. And they were there as a group, just a bunch of boys going to support twice. And one of them support, it was like, I wanted to make a joke because it looked like we were the Powerpuff Girls, because one was blue for Neon, one was red for Chang, and I was the like green for Mina. And I like was looking at our light sticks in a row, and I was like, we look like the Powerpuff Girls, but I didn't say anything because like we're too into it. But they when I say they matched energy, they match energy. They were singing, dancing, jumping around. I felt bad though because they were so big that like they kept kind of bumping me, and so I kept like getting bumped over. Not in a bad way, like they were it was totally fine, but I kept like running into this really like stoic person who's just standing still and like sitting to themselves the whole time, and they were with someone, so I didn't feel like, you know, talking to them because it didn't seem like they wanted to talk. But yeah, so I felt bad. We kept bumping, and I kept apologizing, like, I'm so sorry. And it was just really fun. They knew all the words to the song. They knew the dances too. And I was just like, what nice. And they were not being disrespectful. They were not being like gross boys. And I was like, what nice, non-problematic male ones fans. I was so happy. And they're like, oh yeah, our girlfriends, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, your girlfriends are so lucky. Like, I was so happy for them that they found, I hope their girlfriends appreciate them, because I want to tell you right now, girlfriends, if you're watching, no, they did not hit on me one time. At least I didn't notice. They were super, super kind, making sure I was okay. Like, they kept being sick because they would bump into me. Sometimes they would apologize. Perfectly good gentlemen once fans. We are here for it. I support it. They were so kind, and I appreciate them making my time so much fun, because they included me in their fun, in their group, and like we would sing to each other, and I vlogged with them, and I'll insert our fun times here, and it was just so much fun. That's what you do. I got it. I got it. We're best friends now, right? Yeah, we made best friends. That being said, there's one thing that I did not like and did not appreciate while I was at this concert, and that is that we were at the floor level, right? So like everyone's on the same level. I'm tall, but I could still like barely see over people's heads to see the stage. And these 2 people, well, there was 3. One was a little girl, which is fine. She can stand on her chair because she's little, and she would not have been able to see anything if she wasn't on her chair. So that's totally fine. But these 2 grown people, Maybe they were in their early 20s, I don't know. But they were standing up on their chairs and like recording, blocking all the people. Sorry, I keep wiping my nose. My allergies are really bad. But they kept blocking all the sight of the other people. I'm like, we all paid money to be here. Like, we all want to see. I don't care about you right now. So I turned to the guy next to me and I was like, help me. So I stood up on my chair and he grabbed my arm and helped me over into the next chair. And then I was like, excuse me, to the other people, went over another seat and tapped them because they were like 4 rows ahead of me, tapped them both on the arms. And I was like, get down. And they were like, and they got down. But I was like, I don't have time to be like, excuse me, would you please? I was like, get down. And so then I like, you know, climbed back and they kept looking back at me and I was like, sorry, like I want to see, like I paid for these tickets. And then the person that like I kind of shoved over to like step past them, they turned around during the break and they're like, hey, thank you so much for saying something to them, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you're welcome, it's fine. Like, I just didn't want, like, I wanted to see, because they were coming up. Like, that's why they stood up, because Twice was coming up stage, and we're going to be close to us. And, like, I've been dying to see their facial features in front of me forever. Like, I wanted to see that they were real people, and I wanted to see them with my own eyes, and not through a TV screen or a big screen. And that's why I made the investment to pay for these godly, unreasonably priced tickets. But it was so great. So that was the only thing. Like, if you go to these shows, like, do not stand on the chairs. Like, as tempting as it is, because I was tempted. Believe me, I was tempted. But you got to think about the people behind you. I didn't want to be that person. Anyway, so that was the only bummer where I was like, you know, had to rain on somebody's parade. But I just wanted, and it was right in the beginning of the show, because I didn't want to, like, I did not want that behavior to continue or spread. I was like, don't start this. Like, there's no. Gosh, so we all sang, so I don't know if you guys knew, I didn't know until I got there. It was a lunar eclipse. And so the day before, on day 1, Twice was talking about like, oh, we sang Moonlight and the moon came out, like, look how beautiful it is, and it was a full moon. And then the next day, they're like, oh, where's the moon, where's the moon? And then all of a sudden it started coming out later in the show. I don't even think they knew it was an eclipse. And my thing is, I think that JYP was doing some kind of blood magic, because like, it's Diane's birthday week, or it was, like, Diane's birthday was coming up, so we sang happy birthday to her. During a lunar eclipse, they were having a show singing Moonlight during a lunar eclipse. Like, come on, JYP. They were doing some sort of hexing right there. Like, they were doing some sort of magic. They had to have been. Oh no, I just broke my heating pad. Oh no. Anyways, but yeah, it was so cool. I was like, oh my gosh, how lucky are we that it's a clear night. I could literally look back over my shoulder and I got some footage of it and see the eclipse. Like, it was a total, like, I'm pretty sure it was a total lunar eclipse, because the moon was completely gone at one point. And like, you could just see the red as it was coming back. But wild that we got to see a lunar eclipse and Twice in the same day. Crazy. Yeah, Diane was crying when we sang happy birthday to her. And like, I know her birthday is today or yesterday, today. Pretty sure it's today. I don't know what day it is. But we all wanted, I don't know who started it. I don't know if it started on Twitter or something, but I heard people talking about it. Like, we have to sing happy birthday. And then some people even had happy birthday signs for her. And I was confused, because I thought it was that day, but I guess it wasn't. But I was so happy that it was organized enough to where like, even Twice was like, we got to sing happy birthday for Diane. So it was, you know, definitely fan service, but also just to let us show how much we love her. And it was just such a magic.
This isn't a dream, right?
No, I'm here. I'm with it.
너무 suddenly I surprised. 2만 명의 원수들이 갑자기 한마음 한뜻으로.
I'm so curious how 20,000 of you onces did this all at the same time.
First floor, second 보려고 해야 되는데.
I have to do the first floor, second floor thing.
아, 지금 보면 안 되는데 왜 나한테 물릴래?
It was so good. It was so good. And everyone was having fun. Everyone was vibing so well. Like, all the members were so happy. Chewy cried during Cactus and Rewind, which was wild to me. Also, it broke my heart so bad when everyone was like, I love you, Mom. Like, my family's here. My family's here. Like, most of their families were there. And Chewy didn't say anything. And she just looked like the camera on the big screen cut to her for a second. And she just kind of like looked so sad. It hurt my heart. I felt so bad for her. But yeah, she's fine. I hope her family's okay, because I know crazy things are happening in Taiwan right now. I hope that her family's okay, and I hope she gets to see her family soon, because I know, like, that whole, she cried on broadcast once because she missed her mom, and everyone else's family was at the show, and poor Chewy. But yeah, she was everyone was crying during Cactus and Rewind for day 2 almost, and it was like, it was sad. And I get that they're sad songs, like, you know, Cactus like chokes me up all the time. And oh, also for Diane's birthday song, me and the guys next to us, they're like, what's her color? What's her color? I'm like, pretty sure it's white for Tofu, right? So we all changed our lights to white to like wave to her for her birthday. Like panicking trying to do it because we have to do it on her phone. Also, JYP. I brought this up in my last video. I'm so upset that they didn't update the app. Update the app so we could have all the lights in sync and stuff. Like, I get that you want people to be able to, like, show their favorite people, but, like, have an option be, like, concert mode, individual mode. Concert mode, individual mode. So concert mode, people could be like, you know, when it's Cactus, it goes to the candle, you know, light. And then when it's, you know, if it's Get Loud or something, everything can turn red, or, like, have it be the flashing pink and orange. Whatever. Update the app. We deserve the app so we can have cool videos like BTS ARMYs do. I will do a video this next time because some debate came up about light sticks being from other groups at the Twice concert, which I'll get into that in another video so we can all have a discussion together, okay? Anyways, what else? I think that's it. I just had such a great time, and it was so nice to meet so many people. And after, sorry. So after the show, me and the 4 girls, or the 3 girls, we all like got together, and one of the girls was like, so nice. And I was like, guys, do you want to get food together? Like, let's go out to eat after the show. And they're like, yeah, we'll meet here. So we met there after the show, and one of the girls brought her car, and she's like, I was like, we can Uber, we share an Uber, whatever. She's like, oh, I'll drive. And I was like, so nice. So she drove us. I paid for parking, which was like $20 non-refundable. But then we tried to go to the place. It was like a Korean like side dish kind of place. So they had like tteokbokki and like street food and stuff. And they were supposed to be open till 2 a.m. We got there at midnight, and they were not taking any other customers because it was packed, and people ordered so much food from the that came from the Twice concert. They were blasting Twice music in the courtyard too, which was so fun. Like, me and the girls were all dancing. I'm pretty sure they were playing Yes or Yes, and then they were playing, what else were they playing while we were there? I forget, but it was such a good time. And then we tried walking around to find a place, and we just couldn't find anywhere that like was letting us eat until like 2 a.m. And it turns out one of the girls was 18 in high school and she had to get home, the one that drove, and she had to get home to go to school. And I was just like, I cannot believe, like, girl, I lectured her a little bit. I'm like, you cannot just let people in your car at midnight and go on an adventure in LA. That's so dangerous. I like had, so like my chest is turning red just thinking about it. I was like, Miss Girl, like I trust you, and I just don't want anything to happen to you. Like, never do this again, please. She's like, it's fine. And then she was super nice. We went through the McDonald's drive-through because she drove us. Like, I had asked her, I was like, do you mind, like 5 minutes away is where I'm staying. Would you mind dropping me off? She was like, sure, fine, that's fine. So I bought her food, so to make it fair, because I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna, like, you know, try to take advantage of this girl, but she was so sweet and accommodating. And then my YouTube friend also like was staying just down the street from me, so I needed to move my car because there was a weird parking rule where I was staying. So I loaded her up in my car and I took her back to her hotel, and it was a great time. So yeah, it was so exciting. It was such a nice little fun like adventure. And I'm so happy I linked with everyone on Instagram, and I'm so happy, like, some of them are even here and like started following me on YouTube, and I'm just like forever grateful for everyone being so nice. And we have such a good community, guys. We have such an amazing group, and I am just like beyond happy that I was able to find friends that like the same things that I do. And we all like, and also then the members came out with their own Instagrams, and we all were messaging each other like, oh my god, like, can you believe it? It was crazy. Yeah, that's my story. And I'm probably missing stories. What are you doing? Oh, it's my pencil. You cannot have my pencil. Anyway, I'm probably missing things. I'm probably leaving something out because there was just so much in those 2 days. Also, let me show you what I got. So I was close enough. I was close enough to get confetti. I got confetti, and I got exactly one streamer that somebody dropped because everyone was stealing all the streamers. I wasn't close enough. The wind didn't kick up enough for me to get streamers, or the rainbow confetti from Dance the Night Away. But I did get the flower petal or heart confetti. It's either flower petals or hearts. And I got really good footage of it, like, so I'll try to include that in this as well. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make like a shadow box maybe. Yeah, I think I might make a shadow box or some sort of like a picture frame with all the confetti. I don't know, maybe a paper mache project. Or maybe I'll put it in just like a little vial and have a bunch of little vials. I was gonna put some in little vials to give to my friends as souvenirs, but I haven't found any cute ones yet. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that. I'm just over the moon. So I hope you like this video. Join our little community if you would like. Leave a comment. What is your favorite Twice comeback? I want to know that, because my personal favorite is Feel Special, just because it was a really hard time in my life. Also, it was a bop, and it was a hard time in Mina's life. Favorite concept, I do like the Taste of Love. I do like that aesthetic, and also Eyes Wide Open. That was really cool aesthetic. But just something about Feel Special, just, it hits. Also, they played Knock Knock. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy they played Knock Knock. But yeah, okay, I'm done talking. Okay. Now I get to edit this really long video.